Chilling at home trying to figure out what happened with Joe Budden. I started seeing all these memes of him running, and so I went and researched it. So it turns out it all started with these two kids that were trolling him online, but then they actually showed up at his house.
Two little sucker-ass boys.
Check it out.
Pump it up. She got a good ass on it, so I pump it up. Bitch, man's hiding in his brib.
No, Budden.
Yeah.
Scumbag.
OVO, big OVO.
So they show up at Joe Budden's house, and they're screaming and yelling at him, and then they're yelling at OVO. They're screaming out lyrics to Drake songs.
So they totally violated Joe Budden. They got his house all online, which
It's
is...
one thing to troll somebody online. It's another thing to actually show up at somebody's place where they live.
Listen,
now, Joe Budden wasn't going to take this laying down. Now, let me tell you what happened. So Joe Budden actually started chasing them. Check this out.
I keep saying these little internet games gonna get one of you killed. Yep. If you come on this f***ing block again, I'm gonna kill one of you little
I'm sorry.
And you still got a phone out? Come on this block again, and I'm gonna hurt one of you. This is not the internet. I will kill one of you.
I don't understand how they was talking so tough online, but they were so apologetic when Joe ran them down. And furthermore, I don't know what rapper you riding for Drake, but Drake ain't gonna pay for your funeral. Drake ain't gonna tweet your name out as a hashtag. Drake ain't even gonna know nothing happened other than, damn, Budden killed some of my fans for running up on his property.
The kids were on Twitter. They were tweeting out one of them. He was like, nah, he sprung at me. Then I started yelling no shopping and 4 p.m. in Calabasas lyrics at him. He got in his whip and chased us. He got so heated when I threw Drake lyrics at him. He really high-speed chased us. Not captured. I'm going back to his brib tonight.
He wasn't heated that you threw Drake lyrics at him. He was heated that you were
showed
at
up
his
at his
house. That is a major violation. You kids are going to die. Somebody's going to either severely hurt y'all or even worse, kill y'all if y'all keep doing that. Do not make that a habit. Do not show up to somebody's house. Now Joe's little crib in the hood is all on freaking the internet. Joe might have to move. And by the looks of it, Joe, we don't know if Joe got the money to move.
Then a kid also tweeted you, Charlamagne, and said that he's going to pull up to your crib next.
No, he's not. Because, I live in a nice neighborhood. And the neighborhood I live in, all I got to do is get on that phone and say, hello, this is Mr. Goldstein. It's a couple of suspicious-looking people in my neighborhood. I think they're Negro.
All right,
and watch what happened to y'all.
Joe Budden tweeted out, these are some of the greatest memes ever, but I truly hope you kids don't make running up to people's homes a thing. It's dangerous. And he does have a point there. You should not be running up to nobody's house.
No, you're going to get shot.
Listen, Joe Budden chased him so crazy. He had rocks in his hand.
That's because he ain't had a gun.
Yeah, which
That's
is
the
good.
only reason.
He had rocks in his hand.
Yeah, it's good for them kids at that moment, but I'm telling you, you're going to run up on the wrong person, you're going to play the wrong game with the wrong person, and you're going to get hurt.
Listen, and they filmed the whole thing, and he jumped on the hood of the car. You could see him through the sunroof.
And then people, listen, by the way, those memes are some of the funniest memes, probably the funniest memes since Birdman back in April, but y'all acting like Joe did anything wrong. Like, he reacted the way you should react when somebody violates your personal space like that. If they was at a store or something, whatever. But you came to that man's crib?
Right.
Nah, bro. You deserve whatever happens to you from that moment on. Period.
All right, now let's talk about the WNBA. This story was very disappointing to me when I first heard it. And this was the WNBA players that got fined for supporting the Black Lives Matter movement. They actually had on T-shirts during warm-up. And according to one WNBA superstar, Tamika Catchings, he said that there's a double standard because the league gets on board with lots of other movements, and this one is really important because the vast majority of WNBA players are African American. So they had gotten fined. I don't know if you had seen this story when it was happening.
I sure
but
did.
They were fined $5,000 each, and each player was fined $500 for wearing black T-shirts during pregame warm-ups. Well, it turns out that they did rescind those fines, thank goodness. They said that they are rescinding the fines that were imposed on the players who violated league uniform rules. And according to the WNBA President Lisa Borders, she made that announcement, and she's saying, appreciate our players expressing themselves on matters important to them, rescinding imposed fines to show them even more support.
They had to take back the fines because the hypocrisy was too great. I mean, you gave them the T-shirts to rock for Orlando, and the wardrobe was fine then. You didn't mind them breaking the rules.
You can't pick and choose when you can and cannot be.
It's a terrible mixed message. You can't mind them breaking the rules when you tell them to break the rules, but when they break the rules on their own accord, now you fine them. Like, nah, you can't do that.
All right.
Yeah, that's like giving somebody dope to sell. And then, when they sell it, you're cool, you're getting the money. But when they buy their own dope from a different plug, you call the police on them.
Well, we'll get more into this story later, but I just want to say congratulations to Wale, who had a baby over the weekend, his first child, a baby girl.
Drop one of the clues bombs from my man Wale. He had a baby girl this weekend.
He's actually in Seattle, Washington right now with the baby and the mom. So.
She had a natural birth? Oh.
Well, she was in labor, he said. I spoke to him yesterday on FaceTime. I actually saw the baby. Cute, adorable, little chunky baby.
Yeah, 7 pounds, 4.6 ounces.
With a full head of hair. And he said that she was in labor for 40 hours.
Yes,
no epidural.
No medicine.
So we're going to talk about that a little bit later. But that is your rumor report. I'm Angela Yee.